Hello, Year 3. You may notice that I'm in a different room for this lesson. That's because today we're going to do an experiment. Often at the end of each lesson we have an investigation where everyone can try and complete it if they would like, whereas today the lesson is going to be the investigation. So I'd like everyone to try and attempt this investigation today. What we're trying to solve today is, does the weight of an object change how far it will travel? Does the weight of an object change how far it will travel? And how we're going to do that is we're going to have a ramp and we'll put a car on the ramp, but also add weight to that car to see if that changes how far the car will travel. So let me just show you. This is the ramp that I have. Now, to make the test fair, I need to make sure that I use the same ramp. I keep the ramp at the same height. I also use the same car each time, and also use the same surface. So here I'm going to use my carpet for this experiment today. To start with, I will put the car on without any weight. Just let go of the car on the same point each time, and I can measure how far the car travels. That's why I have my ruler here. And then after that, I can begin to add weight. I've got some cans here. If you can't find anything that has an exact weight on it, you could just try to get lots of the same object. But these cans do have a weight, and they say 400 grams, but I could just say 1 can, 2 cans, because the more objects we put in, the heavier the car will become. So I've added 1 can now. I put the car back on in exactly the same point. I'm using the same ramp still. We're in the same place to keep it fair. And then I let go of my car. And again, I can measure how far my car travels. I won't give you those measurements because I want you to investigate this experiment yourself. So we're trying to test today to see whether the weight of an object changes how far the car will travel. Does the weight of the car change how far it travels? So today's activity is writing up this experiment. You need to write down the equipment that we will need to do the test. You will have slightly different equipment because you'll be using slightly different things in your house. What we will do, a nice clear method so somebody can read your method and understand exactly how you did this experiment. Really important, a diagram of the experiment, which is a labelled picture, remember. So draw how you will complete your experiment and label the equipment that you are using. And then your results. So write the weight each time of your car, or write down how many objects are in the car each time, and then the distance the car travels. And hopefully you'll be able to write down what you actually found out. What did you conclude from doing this experiment? Did you answer that question from the beginning? And there is also a graph some of you might be able to complete if you have time and you'd like an extra challenge. So today we are investigating if the weight of a car changes how far it will travel. Me or Mr. Woodhouse will be available on Google Meet. If you are unsure, maybe it's best to re-watch this video again and see if you can remember exactly how to set up this experiment and how to record your results. Thank you, Year 3.